Hi guys, Chuck here. We are back with our colony in Planetbase. And let's basically picking right up where we left off. And we got just about everything built that we had laid down. The only thing we're waiting on is this radio antenna, and that's not on the huge urgency, but we would like to get it built sometime soon. And so, as usual, I'm gonna. Well, we got a ship landed. What do we got? Got more people. So you can see we're up to 37 people. We are building. We're gaining food at a pretty good clip. And now we got 749 in money. So the next trader that has a nice big, blueprint for us, we might be able to afford that. Says we've run out of spares again. I think stuff is breaking down at an alarming rate. So once again, I'm going to click that and view the tops of the insides of the domes a little easier. I think it's just easier to keep track of what's going on that way. So more food is being stockpiled. And we have a trading ship. Now he's got the really large wind turbine patent. So we're going to see that costs 660. I think we're going to go ahead and take that. And let's see what else he's got that might be of some use. Maybe that metal. Let's see, I don't know. Let's see if we've got enough stuff to trade for the metal without parting with. We might throw a little more of our money at it. And some more of our vegetables. A couple of medicinal plants. And there we go. So that was a pretty good trade. Now it's gonna, obviously we can put down this really huge turbine now, which is going to take, well, I guess not until the trading ship completes the transaction. So gives us the stuff we bought and takes the stuff that we're giving him. So that might take a minute or two. And we're probably not going to have enough metal to put that thing down yet anyway. And even then, I'll probably wait for this to get built. What do we have down here? Just a bot workshop. Let's see. Making carrier bots, constructor bots, and driller bots. We don't have the tech for yet. So, carrier bots will suffice, though. They'll still help our people. Now we have this old building here is done, and only got one more metal processor to build, and we'll be able to maybe start getting ahead of the game on the metal, which is where I'd like to get. So maybe we could start keeping up on spares production. We got 3 of them. Well, we got 2 of them going. Semiconductor and arms. Maybe we'll have to build another factory. Possibly. Because now we acquired that patent for that really big wind turbine. I'm going to see how much it's going to take to build it. Wow. 7 metal. We have 10. Let's go ahead and put that down and connect it. And since we got the extra metal processors built, so now we're going to get this radio antenna. It's going to go up soon. We're just only going to have not quite enough metal for our big turbine, but it looks like some is coming. 4, 3, 2. We need 2 more. And we're out, but more should get built here. Now the radio antenna saying it requires a... So let's see. Okay, we need to put this desk in here so somebody can monitor the radio antenna. We got another trader. We didn't need one that fast because we haven't built up a lot of stuff. Constructor bot patent. I don't know if we can afford that. Let's cost 270. And we really don't have much cash left. And we don't have a lot of stuff to trade. 1 food is getting us 5. We'd have to get rid of quite a bit of our food. So, not going to go for the constructor bot patent right now. We could just take this money that the dude has. See if we can't get that. That's going to cost us 105. That might be doable. Yep, that'll work. So we'll take that money because we're going to get more of those patents coming along. We're going to need more money to get them. Now we're just waiting on 2 metal to get that thing going. And of course, I think this one's going to require... So we need 3 more metal to build everything that we have that we've asked to be built. Then we're going to need to think about... As our population is going to get back up near 50, probably pretty soon, we're going to need to think about more storage. And it looks like we're fine on power, even without that new turbine going up. And let's look at our power grid. And demand is 116. We're producing... well, more than we're demanding. So I think we're doing okay for now, but if we build too many more buildings, that's going to start being an issue. But we haven't even built that yet, so maybe it won't be much of an issue. Now the radio console has been built, so now we'll have somebody monitoring that. Now that just means we'll get messages periodically, about some particular ship that's headed. Do we want to accept them or not? Now, we can also add, monitor a telescope, and we have the security guard, which is already there. And we have an armory. So I think we're good there for now, as we don't have the telescope built anyway. When I get around to building that, then I can put that desk there and put a person there to man it. With all these extra metal processors, you would think we would start seeing metal production increase a bit. So I'll have to put some high priority on that. Okay, wind turbine, the big one, is built now. So, it doesn't look like they built the connector though. So it's not really connected yet. Need 1 more metal for that. And I hear a ship coming. And we've got another person. So more people, that's kind of good. We need to... I'd really like to build another one of these, but a little larger. Probably should have built that one larger to start with, because then we could put more items in there. Have a better impact on our people's mood, which some of these folks are sad sacks right now. But it just says decent, but our prestige level's gone up. So I'm going to take that as a good sign. Now it says good, so we've gone from decent all the way up to good. I think if we keep increasing the food stocks, that will help. And it'd be nice if our manufacturer down there could make a couple more robots. Because we have this bot workshop set up, but it needs semiconductors plus an engineer plus bioplastic plus metal. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. So we need this building here to start producing metal. I think when our population increases, you know, that's probably going to happen a little quicker. We might just not quite have enough people to man everything. It's just what it's looking like. Because nobody's coming over here and using these. We only got 2 ore, though. So we possibly could be needing another mine. So we'll go ahead and put a mine down here. Hopefully it won't take too long to construct it. And we'll get enough ore coming in. Because our point right now is to try to start building up a surplus of materials instead of always just running right on the edge. That would allow us to build a little faster. When we reach our 100 population and beat this planet, then we have to decide if we want to go to one of the other planets and try our luck with that one. The other ones are a bit harder. This one's a lot more forgiving. Gives you a little more space to work with. The 4th one has got very limited flat land. And you really struggle. And there are these items called, let me see if it's showing up here. I know they're in the, but I'm not seeing it here. We have connectors, like here's a starport that gives us even larger landing pad. So that's going to be one of our next goals. But you get these little connectors that you have to use to maybe bridge a gap where you don't have enough, you know, like a tiny little gap between a couple of hills. Or all right, trading ship. What do we have? And we got some bots, we got metal, and we got money. We're going to take the money because I think we can just sell off some vegetables to get that money. And I took... Alright. That'll work. So our surplus is food at the moment. But we're only at 40 people. When we get that population up 60 or 70, we might see more of this food stocks dwindle. So that's why I'm getting really concerned about this production level. Because we need more people to get the production cranking a little faster. But when we get more people, they're going to start eating more food. So we're always kind of going to be in this little balancing act, I think, between producing more stuff, but then having more mouths to feed once we start producing that extra stuff. We're still looking good on power. And yeah, power is, our status is still increasing. Our prestige is increasing. Status is excellent, so that should bring in more people. Now we might have to think about that larger spaceport. I don't know how long it's going to take to get enough to build it. But if another trader comes, we can always buy some more metal if we need to. There's another ship coming right now. Bringing more people. We've brought another person. So we're just about where we were before we had that little snafu yesterday with the power and the oxygen deprivation. Now, but still, I don't think we got quite enough people to get this metal production going where we need it to be, because I haven't seen these buildings even move. All right, trader ships. Oh, we got another one? Wow. Okay, we got another one of these that we don't have enough money for. I can guarantee we're not going to be able to afford that. 660. Yeah, that's not happening. Let's take all that metal and maybe the money too. Let's see if we can get both. Don't know if we'll be able to, but we're going to try. So we need 160 money. We got a lot of bioplastic. They're going for 5 each. The medical stuff's going for 25 each. So unload some vegetables. And we still, yeah, that'll work. So we got a little more metal. We got, let's say we got 4 metal toward this construction, but I think they're probably going to take some of it over here to build spares. I just hope that, you know, we get enough people to start working this building over here. If we get that going, now the mine's been built. Now we're going to have a little more ore coming in. Now either we don't go through it because we're not, you know, we don't have enough production going to use the ore up fast enough. And if that happens, it's always a trade commodity as well. This guy just sitting down here, just kind of with a Z over his head. Hey, go get some sleep, dude. Well, there's one person in there sleeping. So we got 1 metal. Now we got 0 metal. And we got the 4 metal that we just bought. So let's see what they're going to do with those. Gonna bring it over here and put it on this construction site. Now that ship almost got smoked by that meteor. Now that's another thing we can build, and when we get that large starport done, we might think about that next. We got the radio antenna, the telescope. will pinpoint meteors that are coming and shoot them down. Like, they don't really affect us much on this planet, but every now and then one might hit your building. Might kill a couple people. And it's kind of cool watching them get shot down. A big laser just zaps out of there and a meteorite blows up. So where are we here? We need 3 more to build our big starport. So I guess we're going to go ahead and build that telescope. Check out the trading ship. And let's see, we've got a collector patent, but it's going for 600, so we don't have that yet. I'm thinking we can either trade for money or trade for metal. Let's take the metal for now. Okay, we're gonna take those another few pieces of metal. Hopefully that's gonna get everything built that we have. At least we're gonna get this, which will bring in larger ships. So colonist ships might bring in more people, but we better be prepared for that. Run out of spares again. Really zipping along nicely though. So we need 2 more to build the telescope. Then we'll have to put the desk in here for the person that's going to monitor the telescope. Let's go ahead and put that. So now we get a couple more pieces of metal cranking, and well, let's see. We got the metal we bought from that trader. So they should get this, our larger starport, built now. And it has been built. All right, now we'll be able to take in some bigger ships. And we're just waiting on the telescope, and it's waiting on 2 more metal. We have 2 showing up there. We have the telescope console that's been built, and it looks like we're going to have the materials to get the telescope built. So maybe we're starting to catch up. So what I have to decide now is what to build next when we get some more metal built up. So we're going to pretty much just build things as quick as we can in order to keep ahead of the demand, because we got this larger port built, so it's going to bring in larger ships, maybe more colonists, maybe bigger trade ships. But as we get more colonists, you know, that demand, here we go. Trading ship, what does he got? Not much different than the last one. We're going to go for the money now because we need to get some of those patents. And so I think, whoops, we don't want to part with that many vegetables. If you hold the mouse button down, it speeds up, and it got carried away there a bit. So we'll take the money and wait for the next ship. I could have gotten some of that metal. We built everything that was in our construction queue, and I think we're still okay on the power grid, as you can see. Now, these, just trying to decide. A lot of this is cosmetic stuff. We got this anti-meteor laser that can start destroying them. We got water tank, which we built. We got enough mines. Got landing pads, starport. We got enough water extractors. I think we can start looking at some make the people happier stuff. So let's give them a bar. Let the people get a little sloshed if they want to. Sandstorm detected. Power storage is low. Guess we had to figure that was gonna happen at some point, but I was hoping it would wait a little longer. So maybe we'd better buy some metal from the next dude that lands. Or maybe our turbines will get cranking here. Because we were doing pretty good on power just a little bit ago. And all I did was build an extra building. And we have another sandstorm approaching. So that should get our turbines cranking good. Maybe fill both of these power collectors. See if that second one can fill up. Looks like it's going pretty good. Let's check our power grid is okay, keeping ahead. That's good. Now the sandstorm is here, so this high wind looks like we're taking advantage of that. Got both our power collectors filled. The bar will be built soon. Run out of spares again. Well, well. What do we have? Another trading ship. We haven't seen much on that big pad yet. Now, this guy, we got 9 metal, and I'm really tempted to see if I can afford all of it. Whoop. 216 money for that. Let's see. We still got a surplus of food, but not as much as we did. Starch is going for 5 each. So we're going to sell some starch. Because we got plenty of bioplastic. So we're not really hurting on that. Alright, just trying not to run out of... Alright, that'll work. We'll take the 9 metal. And that'll get this built. And get us... What are we going to build next? Maybe we might have to think about that storage dome again, since our population's up near 50 now. So let's go ahead and look at that storage. The big one. Uh-oh. Got no place to put it. Ah, there we go. I was beginning to worry about being able to find a connection for it. And do we have another ship? We got colony ship here and trading ship there. And I think that's the one we were already trading with anyway. Yep. So let's see about getting these two things built, especially this really big storage. And we are halfway there, halfway to victory. And it seemed like it's taken a while to get here. And I think we'll make the next 50 maybe faster than we made the first 50. Said we were low on spares, but now I've got 4. We just built some. So we're keeping up with that. We're keeping up with food. We're going to get a little happier people pretty soon when we start getting them some alcohol going. And then going to work on, still working on getting that production increased. But things are getting maintained. The spares are keeping up with that. Now everybody's coming over here to get these things built. And it looks like that's going to get built now. And now we're going to get our larger storage as soon as we get a little more metal there. Only 3 more for the storage. Now we're going to have to start thinking about the power grid again. So let's check that right now. Well, not so hot at the moment. We're pretty tight. So I'm gonna need some more power storage. We still have plenty of land this way to increase, power grid buildings. And we got plenty of land going this way for other buildings. So we're good there. Don't have any problems. We have a trading ship. And what's he got? He's got a patent, which I guarantee we're not going to have money for. No, we don't have that kind of cash. So we're going to see about getting some more money, or maybe getting a bot. 132 for a bot. Let's do that. The people need a bit of a break. Okay. Let's get a bot running around, carry some things around quicker. And I'm wondering if this stuff is ever going to start producing. Because we have this bot workshop down here, and it's also not doing anything either. So, okay, telescope is looking for stuff to shoot down, but we don't have the laser to shoot them down. Not one of those essential things. It's just kind of a amusing thing to watch when it happens. So let's get this storage built, and then let's attend to the power grid. Maybe put another collector down here and connect that. And we'll probably put, maybe we'll go another solar panel at some point. But the turbines, if you have enough of them, they seem to be pretty effective. They keep going at night, even especially if we keep the wind blowing. Low on storage space. Well, working on that. We need one more piece of metal and we'll have another storage. The trade ship lands, that's what we're going to buy, is some more metal. And the bar is done. Let's, drinks machine produces drinks for the people. So we'll put a couple of those there. Put another video screen because people watch TV when they're at the bar. Drinking fountain. Couple tables. And that, yeah, you know where their priorities are. Yeah, let's build the drink machines quick. Let's get that going. All right, so people are going to start coming in here and having a drink. I don't know if there's honestly can't remember if there's a different plant we have to plant in order for them to make alcohol. Let's check that. Oh, it just needs vegetables. Wow. So they're going to ferment whatever they got. Oh, right. Trader, he's got a blueprint, which we do not have the money for. He's got a lot of metal, which I don't know if we can buy 9 of them. Yeah, 6 of them is 148. I think we can afford that. So maybe we can afford that. And we're going to buy that 6 pieces of metal. Now that should, of course we need 4 for that power collector and need 1 more for the big storage dome. So we bought enough to finish these 2 constructions that we have pending. And like I said, sooner or later, this building here will start actually producing something. Okay, there's our dome. Our storage dome is done. Let's check our, let's see. I know there was a place to check other status other than just the grid. Well, the grid's going to give us, okay, oxygen, we're good. We're producing 68, we need 51. So, what we can do though, because our goal is to get to 100, so we're going to go ahead, you know, as we get more metal, and we're going to have to put more O2 generators down. Go ahead and get our capacity up to 100 so we don't have to worry about that. Right now, okay, we got the larger storage built. And do we have the power collector yet? No. But we have the metal to build that, and it looks like they're going to start bringing that metal over. Yep. There we go. We have the metal for that and the metal for the connector. So that's all done. Now we have more power storage. We've got more resource storage. The people have a place to have a drink, and it looks like people are in there doing that. And it's like we have another person. Now, we need to start generating more oxygen. Let's check out what the trading ship has, and then we'll mess with that. So we got a blueprint for a driller bot, and it goes for 330, which we don't quite have enough cash for that. So I'm gonna hold off on that. I think we're gonna go for the money. We'll take all these coins from this guy, and I want all the coins, dude. All right, that's maybe a couple pieces of metal. Although you'd see I've been selling off a lot of vegetables, and we're gonna have to leave those alone here in a little bit. Probably have to leave the vegetables alone, let them build back up. As I didn't realize, we just put a bar down. They're going to use vegetables to make alcohol. That's going to start eating into our food supplies a little bit. I wish the grid thing here would tell us about food as well. So water is, we're barely keeping ahead on water. So we're going to need more water because we're going to put down O2 generators, and that's going to use water. So let's look at another O2. Let's look at a big one. Let's see if we can put that down here somewhere. No, it won't connect down there. That's kind of annoying when it doesn't connect where you want to put it. So I guess we'll just have to put it here. Now we have more people. So yeah, we better get this O2 thing built, and we better think about the power as well. Maybe another panel. Since we haven't put too many panels up yet. So we'll build another panel. And this O2 generator down here, which is pending 2 pieces of metal. We have 3. So maybe we're starting to make some headway on the metal production. One piece of metal left for the O2, and that's going up. Let's check. And we still need 4 more for that big solar panel. If a trader ship lands, we'll go ahead and buy it. Alright, the O2 thing's going up. And what do we have? It's a trade ship, and we're buying metal. And let's see about that farm dome. No, can't afford that yet. Okay. In fact, I'm thinking we might have to spend our cash on that metal, the rest of that metal. No, I didn't really want to part with the cash, but we can replenish that. So we don't want to find ourselves in another issue with power. Now, right now we have 2 collectors filled, and the third one never even got filled. So hopefully we'll get some wind blowing here. It won't run out before daylight. And then we get this thing built soon. There's enough metal. The people just have to get the metal out here. Now, did I hear another ship coming in? And it's more colonists, up to 59 people. So we're only 41 away. Now, you don't have to stop when you hit 100. That's just, you know, what's considered basically beating that planet. But, you know, I had another save a couple years ago where I think I built it up to about 200 people. But once you hit 100, you feel like you beat it and you want to try one of the other planets. All right, now, are we going to get this thing built? Because we kind of need to get it up and operating. Need the power. All right. We need to start filling all these collectors. So maybe we'll fill this one too. Sandstorm coming. Well, that's going to get us, get the turbines cranking when that wind whips up. So we have a couple more people. We're over 60. We've got, let's check the grid. So our grid is, oxygen is good for 104 people. So we got enough oxygen, enough O2 generation to get us, to see us till the end. And it looks like water grid is not, it's still ahead, but not quite. And power is looking good. So basically more water. And let's see. This guy's got a genetically modified onion for sale for probably a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So our food, we've been trading food for money, and now we're kind of like where we don't want to keep doing that. So I'm not going to trade anything this time around. We've got a pretty good thing going here. We've got enough food still, but we have to start thinking about producing more. Because what we have is not going to be enough for, you know, a larger population once it gets to that. Another colonist ship. And speaking of that, yeah, we're going to be looking at another food dome. And we need more water extractors, another food dome. And that will probably put us in a pretty good spot. We're starting to get some metal built up, but they're going to use it for making spares. So that's our next priority, is maybe increasing food production and getting this metal production actually going. I've had this building sitting here forever, and it doesn't appear that anybody's actually working in it. But, you know, we got up to 63 people. So that should start happening pretty soon. So that's where we are. We're going to be looking at more water and more food. And you never can have too much power, so we'll probably look at expanding that as well. So that's where we're going to stop for now, because it's a pretty stable position we're in. And when we come back, we have a bunch of things to continue with. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I would very much appreciate that. And I will see you on the next one.